I believe beyond all doubt that every step you have taken this far in the journey of your life has been a moment of preparation for this moment right here. I think that every time you have gone through those dark valleys in your life and all of those times that you have had to face all of the forces of evil, however they come into your life, that every time that you have had green pastures and then found yourselves in dark valleys, that every one of those experiences of your life has prepared you for this moment right here. There's an ancient wisdom There's an ancient wisdom, thousands of years old, that's been handed down to us from generation to generation that tells us that life is all about moving between green pastures and still waters to moments in which we have no idea what is next, those valleys of the shadow of death, right? Where where evil surrounds us and that we find something deep inside of us that moves us from fear to something beautiful. Every one of us has had those experiences in our lives where we've lost certainty and we've lost comfort and we've been shoved into a place of ambiguity and where we don't know what's coming next. Every one of us has gone through that and every one of us has survived those experiences. And as kind of cliche as it sounds, we've all known that moment where we become stronger when we realize how much we've survived. How can those experiences be anything other than preparation for this moment right now? I think that every time that you have had to suffer, and every time you have had to conquer your suffering, all of those experiences have prepared you for right now, which is why I believe that you have everything you need to make it through these times of trial. You have God who has shepherded you through life and from those green pastures, through those dark valleys, back to still waters. It's happened before and it will happen again. So, right now, when you are in a dark valley, and I'm presuming that most of you are, I think it's up to me to simply remind you that you've been here before. Maybe not under these circumstances. I think that this is probably as big as anything else of us have ever experienced, but you've been through these moments before. And you know that the green pastures and the still waters are waiting for you. And you know that the strength that you have gotten from your past experiences will push you back into a place of comfort again. You know it, that God is shepherding you. And even maybe more important than that, here's what I would want to say. I think that God is not only shepherding you through this time, but God is relying on you to be a shepherd, to be with those who may not have survived as many experiences as you have had, who may not be able to trust that they're going to see the green pastures and still waters. God is using you to care for them. God is using you to help people move from a time of anxiety to a time of hope. It's going to be up to you and me to make sure that our neighbors are cared for and to maybe it's up to you and me to help those who are relying on rumors and who are relying on kind of fake ideas or whatever to kind of be reminded that maybe now is not a time for fear mongering and all that. Who knows what it is that God is using you for? Who knows what it is that God is doing with all the experiences that you have? But I know that as God has shepherded you so many times through times of suffering back into times of calm, that God is using you to be a shepherd to the world. What is it that you can do this week to help calm and to help ease the suffering of other people? Who do you need to reach out to? What is it that you need to say to people? Who is it out there that you need to remind how much you love them? What is it that we might need to each and every one of us change a little bit about our personalities so that we can kind of manage the close quarters we're in? Whatever. God has shepherded you. You are strong enough to handle this. And more importantly, God trusts you to be a shepherd to others.